Alright, Chapter 2 of Snake River. The morning of the rafting trip arrived too soon for Anthony, Mariella, Leon, and Pia. At the first sign of light, Russell was already standing in front of the school. The raft was tied down on top of the van, inflated and ready to ride. "You're 5 minutes late," Russell called to Leon as he came around the corner. "I had to stop at the all-night drugstore for bug spray," Leon said. Russell looked at the first aid supplies in Leon's hands. Then he reached over for the book sticking out of Leon's backpack. Guide to Medical Symptoms, Russell read. "Planning on feeling ill, are we?" "I already do," said Leon, his eyes on the raft. They both turned to see Pia walking toward the school. She was singing along to a song on her tape player. "You won't be needing those," said Russell. He pointed to her earphones and her tape player. Pia glared at Russell and gave her gum an annoying crack. "I heard it's going to rain," she announced as she took off her earphones. "Where did you hear that?" demanded Russell. "On the radio," Pia smiled wickedly. "You know, the one I was just listening to." "She's right," Leon said, nodding his head. "Whenever it feels like rain, the scar on my knee starts to itch. And it's really itching now." "It's just fog," insisted Russell. "When it lifts, you're going to be blinded by sunshine." Pia saw Mariella crossing the street toward the school. "Speaking of blinding, get a load of that outfit," said Pia. Mariella was wearing a bright jumpsuit and a flowing scarf. She was dressed more for a fashion show than a rafting trip. "I saw this in House of Fashion magazine," Mariella said, posing proudly. "Oh, really?" asked Pia. "I thought it was from the House of Wax." Mariella put her hands on her hips and glared back at Pia. "Yo," came a voice. "Ahoy, mates!" Everyone turned to see Anthony coming down the block. His arm was around his girlfriend, Marcy. Russell checked off Anthony's name on the list. "Add Marcy's name to that, Russ," beamed Anthony. "She spells it with an I at the end." "And dot the I with a heart," Marcy added, reaching for the pencil. "What are you talking about? She can't come along," said Russell. Anthony put his hand on Russell's shoulder and led him off to the side. "Listen, Russ," he said. "She'll be really quiet on the raft. See, she even brought a book." "No," replied Russell. "Absolutely not. And the name is Russell, not Russ." Hearing Russell's response, Marcy marched over to Anthony. "I got up this early for nothing? Thanks a lot," she complained. "Oh, give me a break," moaned Pia. Russell gathered together the unwilling rafters. "Okay," he boomed. "Is everyone ready for the great outdoors?" "It's going to rain," said Pia in a sing-song voice. Russell frowned at Pia. "Everyone into the van," he said. "I want a window seat," demanded Anthony. "I'll take any seat that's not next to her," Mariella snapped, pointing to Pia. "Is it a long ride?" Leon asked Russell. "I get car sick." "No kidding," said Russell as he slammed the door shut. The van pulled away from the school. The group watched Marcy blow kisses to Anthony. Anthony pretended to catch them. Pia shook her head in disgust. Leah leaned over to Mariella to yell out the window. "My name is Leon Williams," he called, "and my dental records are with Dr. Marvin Fleckstone. Marvin Fleckstone." There was a brief silence as Van left their familiar surroundings. Instantly bored, Anthony leaned over to Leon. "So, Leon, my man," he said, "who are you seeing now?" Leon looked back. "For my allergies, Dr. Lois Rivera." "No, man," cried Anthony. "What girl are you seeing now? You know, as in dates?" Leon looked at Mariella and Pia. He blushed. "Leave him alone, Anthony," snapped Pia. Anthony sighed and fell back in his seat. An hour later, the group was looking out the van's windows at trees and rolling hills. "Pretty neat scenery, huh?" grinned Russell. "Just smell that fresh green grass." Leon sneezed. Anthony yawned loudly. "Can we listen to some music?" asked Mariella. Russell reached into the glove compartment and pulled out a cassette. "Which one is that? The Whales Sing Sinatra?" joked Pia. "Nope," Russell answered. "It's something better. It's a tape of traditional New England sea chanties. You might recognize some of them." "I doubt it," said Pia, sliding back into her seat. Suddenly, Mariella spotted something from her window. "Look," she cried excitedly. "It's a red blue jay." "That's a cardinal," groaned Russell. He shook his head. "City kids."